And welcome back to Retrospect My Fantasy. We are currently taking a look at the Final Fantasy franchise from beginning to end. And we're working on installment number 12. Now, got a couple things to talk about before we move on. Announcement number 1, or rather just discussion point number 1 is I apologize for having to miss out on Thursday's and Friday's stream. I had a hard drive failure on my boot drive. Had to replace that. Fortunately, I don't know if I would call it a backup as so much as an old drive just sitting around that I was able to take care of that. So that's fixed for now, but that's the second issue we've had in, 4 months with the computer. I think it might be time for me to start looking at replacing that guy. So, announcement number 2 is that we are at 47 out of our 50 follower goal. Once we reach that goal of 50, we're going to have ourselves a bonus stream and giveaway, where I'm going to be playing Telltale's The Walking Dead: A New Frontier, giving away a copy of that, as well as a copy of Psychonauts, one of my personal favorite games, and 3 $20 Steam gift cards. So, if you know anyone that might be interested in watching us play Final Fantasy, help us discuss any of the changes, critiques, embellishes, like anything that good that they did, bring them along. And I'll do my best to keep them here. Now, third announcement, and almost final one, is that we have partnered with Humble. So, if you go to that link right there. Why didn't that show up? I mean, it showed up for you guys, but it didn't show up for me in my chat. I'll need to figure out what's going on with that. Anyway, if you guys follow that, it'll take you guys right where you need to go to start helping support the channel. Any purchases you make using that link help support the channel. They also help support charities, and hopefully, at least, you'll get some awesome games that you want. I mean, I want awesome games to help charity and help support a stream. I can only imagine that you guys would want the same. So that's why I decided to seek out a partnership with Humble. And last announcement is that we're back. So, last time, let's see, what happened last time? We had an unfortunate event occur. Or rather, we didn't. An unfortunate event occurred in the world. The king of Arcadia was assassinated by his son, Vayne. Or at least, that's the prevailing theory. There's no 100% proof that that occurred. And Larsa, the youngest son of the King of Arcadia, was in our party and found out during a meeting between Princess Ash and the head of state in the other rival country. So he decided to leave us for understandable reasons. But we were told, rather Lady Ash was told by a sage, that she needed to seek the king's sword because it has the power to actually cut nethicite and break it forever. So, that is our next goal. Never meant to be used for the base spilling of blood. Alright, so a sword that was never meant to be used to kill. At least not in the traditional way we would assume that a sword would be used to kill. That's interesting. And so, here we are, on our way to go and get that very self-said sword. and hopefully we will do so effectively. We've also upgraded our team a little bit, not since the last episode, but during the last one, we got a few new pieces of equipment, but we're actually kind of having some trouble keeping up with our team's... Hey, Day Zero! With our team's consumption of upgrades. I considered, after getting the hard drive failure taken care of... No, man, it's cool. You are on your own time, man. You do you. But I considered doing some grinding. But it wasn't that I didn't feel like it. It was more that I just wanted to continue. I just wanted to keep pushing forward. And I didn't want to do that off stream. Well, hey man, take care of yourself. First and foremost. If you need some extra sleep, take it when you can. The pedestal is unchanged. Oh boy. Those guys do not look very fun. Frickin' zombies. They're even getting into my Final Fantasy game. Even though they've been in Final Fantasy since the beginning. What are you doing, OBS? We actually can't go this way yet, can we? Nope. Alright, well, then to the far pedestal, which has the teleportation... I don't really know what to call these things. I mean, they're kind of like lanterns, but they're clearly some sort of magical activation. They're like a port key, if you're familiar with Harry Potter. Waystone, there we go. The device is asleep. Well, damn it. Can't have that. It's a mighty big statue. Huh. Hope we don't have to climb down the whole thing. Alright, well. Maybe I should read the inscription. So we're not supposed to spill blood. The words seem to have been left by King Wraithball. Treaty Seeker relic held this pedestal embrace. Okay. Am I supposed to use the Dawn Shard here? It's not really giving me an option to use said Dawn Shard, but maybe if we then move Lady Ash up here. Nope. Okay, well, that was my brilliant idea. Strip of foul flesh. Why would we take that? What on earth could... Who on earth would ever want that? I mean, I know it's part of probably some sort of a alchemical concoction, but... Really? You denigrate it, and then tell me that you want it. You call it foul. Why would you want to pick up something that's foul? The words seem to have been left by King Wraithwall. Nethicite bearer, embracer of Dawn's light, I summon you. Do I have to equip it or something? Can it be equipped? Yes, it can. There we go. Really? Because I have it equipped. It's lame. Also, it turns her MP to 0. So maybe I should actually put that on a party member who doesn't need their MP. Unlike Ash, who is one of our better magic users. Although it does pump her magic resist through the roof. Automatically counter. Yeah, I'll go with gauntlets. Hey, yeah, you don't need that. You can take the Dawn Shard. Hopefully this will work a little bit better now. Hey, look at that. As it turns out, all you have to do is read and follow the instructions. The magic's binding. The runes fade. Okay. Well, at least we made some progress, right? Those guys look big. Oh shit. That could have been bad. I mean, I would have figured it out eventually, but I'm glad I figured it out before it got a couple of free... Oh, this is going to be so bad. Come on, guys. Hey, Wicked, thank you for the host, sir. Oh, Bosch. Please. Please don't die. Whew. That was... Those faces don't look ominous or anything. No, not at all. Ooh, a treasure chest. I like those. Does everything attack me in this thing? I'm doing good, man. How you doing? I'm glad to be back on the stream. Those 2 days that I had to take off to fix my PC were not fun. Alright, Mr. I mean, they're not even like Easter Island faces. I've been thinking about picking it up, but I just spent a bunch of money picking up pretty much the entire Assassin's Creed and what was it? Assassin's Creed and Far Cry series. I got everything but Assassin's Creed 1 and everything but Far Cry 1 and 5. thanks to that humble sale. Which I don't know if the Ubisoft sale is still going on, but... Oh, actually, a new sale that they just launched today is a bunch of books on how to get started in programming your own games. So if there are any aspiring game devs, at least check it out. A hidden path is revealed. I mean, was it really hidden? That seemed kind of obvious to me, that there was going to be something up with those things. I didn't remember that they went down. I figured they were going to go up. Maybe that happens later in some other dungeon. But that was my assumption, is they were going to shift up and I'd have to climb up them. Ooh. Aha. I was about to wonder out loud what the green one did, because I didn't recall a green save point. That's what it does. It tries to... Okay. So no difference. It tries to take you out. Fortunately, we are made of sterner stuff, for we are adventurers. Or heroes? I'm not really sure what to call us. A deposed princess, her loyal knight, and an exile. That works. And with us we have someone who, a young boy who doesn't know what he wants in life, a girl who only knows that she wants said young boy in her life, and then a pirate. Hey there, buddy. I'm gonna do my best. We'll see if my best is enough. Blind. Thank you. A dark mare. Interesting. I've never heard of a dark mare before. Also, this giant statue is Odin. And the only reason I know that is because frequently in Final Fantasy, Odin's sword looks like that. Ooh, where does this staircase go? Probably not where I need it to, but there's creatures and XP. And what's more important than XP? Hey, Odin. Allfather. Hey, Fran. How's it going? You really messed some people up right in there, and I don't appreciate that. I like how I can't even control her. What do I want to do? You go away, you go away. Thank you, Pinello, for being awesome. And what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of hang out here while she gets over all of this. Hopefully it'll be quickly, but Probably not. These sorts of things don't tend to happen very quickly. And you know what? Hey, there we go. We're going to... Sorry, Fran. But clearly, you are incapable of taking care of this team correctly. Okay. What? No! Dang it. Of course it came back. Of course that trap came back. Okay. So that was fun. Oh shit, we're not gonna be able to get that item, are we? Shit. Okay. Well, I mean, you know how it is, right? First, you get really pissed off, and then you don't really know who your allies are, so then you just kill everybody, and then it all works out. After a short break, you know. I'm just gonna call it right now. Not worth. So... Ah, that's right. Riveting action. God. Do these enemies ever just leave us alone? I think we might be in trouble. Okay. Okay. All right. I see where this goes. Time to bring in the main man. Come on, Balthier. Does Balthier not have an attack set up? Because that would be a major oversight on my part. It does not appear as though he does. Okay, he has a nearest... Alright, man. Have a good one. Come on, Balthier. Come on. So, that sucked. What the hell is Balthier doing back there? Alright. Clearly, I need to take the main man into... Or sorry, the leading man. Come on, everybody, attack! Hey guys, bye guys. See you. So good. Hey, now everyone's back to normal. Look at that. Nothing miserable Sorry. Nothing miserable happened while we were back there. Nothing whatsoever. Are you running away? Alright, so we got a rare enemy, we got... Considering... Powerful magics bind to the store. Oh. Okay. Yeah, please. Do we need to do something with the sword? Oh, of course we do, because there's more path. The statue bears an inscription that seems to have been left by King Wraithwall. To Guardians 3, I trust that the worthy may pass, all others shall be shunned. Okay. Who are the worthy? Are we the worthy? Because that would be really convenient. Like, choice convenient. Well, I don't see anybody else here. Oh. Okay. Can we now just walk down the normal... We can! Look at that! We can walk down the normal passages. Also, this sword looks awesome. It doesn't look particularly practical. I mean, it's an enchanted weapon, so whatever it can look however it wants. It's going to be nearly indestructible thanks to magic, but... Still, it looks weird as hell, but totally awesome. It's true for most of the firearms as well. Most of the firearms look kind of weird. But that has been a thing of concern in, not just in Final Fantasy, but in general in Japan, because firearms are all but illegal, and the few firearms you're allowed to own are small caliber pistols and shotguns. They have a very weird most Japanese do not have what I would call a full understanding of guns, and because of that, they don't frequently get represented particularly well in video games. In Japanese video games. The more American the game, the more likely the gun is going to be portrayed correctly. I should say, the more Western the game. With America being the epitome of Western society at the moment, in terms of when you think the West, most people think America. Especially when it comes to anything about guns. Like, don't get me wrong, as a gun owner, I love having my guns, but we have fetishized the gun. And I don't mean that in a sexual way, just that we have taken our love of guns to an extreme. Well, that could have been really bad, but it wasn't. Hey there, Mr. Facer. And Mr. Zomboid Warrior. Okay. Guardians 3, Face He the Blade. With Relic Bearer join, your fealty swear to me. You discovered a mechanism in the statue's base. The statue looks as though it can rotate. Oh boy. So where... So we need to turn it to face... I hope that's right. Because we need to turn it to face the sword. I don't remember if that's Wraithwall / Odin's sword statue or not. I mean, we'll find out momentarily, I guess. One way or another. Silence? What? But what am I going to do with all of Bosch's MP now? Okay. What is over here? I mean, worst case scenario, we'll have to run, you know, do that kind of back and forth thing to figure out if it's facing the right direction or not. Which, I mean, is kind of sucky and time-consuming, but all things considered, not that big of a deal. There we go. Wish there was an easier way of taking out these zomboids. You know, maybe I should just put Yeah, I think I will. Sorry, Balthier. But right now, at least, Penelo is far more useful. Because as long as she doesn't get hit and thus silenced, the rest of us are fine. God, rooms like this that have 4 treasure chests were the worst in the original. You'd walk in here and you would know, guarantee you, that one of these chests was on the list of chests that you couldn't open to get the Zodiac Spear. Ooh. Who uses a crossbow, though? Because we've got quite a few crossbows. Maybe we should look into that and get them their crossbow. Oh, Penelo can be silenced all... whatever. Or blind all she wants. She can't be silenced. That's the one that she needs to stay away from. And we need a much larger supply. Oh, I thought she had Poisana. She does not. Well, that changes some things. And I'm not going to change the party up again because it doesn't change that much. But it means I have to pay attention to being poisoned again. Also, the fact that I can't see these zombies until they're out of the ground, I mean, it makes sense, like, when I say it like that, but every other enemy that we fight, we get to see before we actually fight them, but not these zombies. And that kind of upsets me, insofar as that we actually get surprised by them. Come on, guys. Take care of these balloons. That are actually worth a surprisingly large amount of XP. Holy crap. Take statue, turn it clockwise once more. And there we are. It is in its correct position now. I hope. I think, because it's doing the same kind of purpley glowing thing that the other one did. So I'm gonna say yes. Though I don't really know. I mean, that's my assumption for why those pathways are open, is so that we can see where the statue is, and so we can rotate them accordingly. Ah, Penelo, you were such a good investment when it comes to leveling you up and making sure you have all the right magics. Ooh, what are you? mean, a Phoenix Down is nice, but at the same time, it's kind of disappointing. Because it's just a Phoenix Down. It's not some awesome, badass piece of equipment. Which, I mean, we got a couple of things. We got the Loxley bow, which we should probably upgrade to. We got, hell, what else do we get? We got the Loxley, we got the Ashura, which is usually a pretty good... What is it? Is it a dagger? Or is it a... Oh no, it's a gun in this, isn't it? Come on. Hey, Kasan. How's it going, man? Alright, so this got a handle on. We need to go down here. What have we got down here? Hopefully another statue that we can rotate. Yeah, had to unfortunately take a couple days off to partially fix my computer. So... Ooh, you look like you're gonna be a problem. What's with the magnetics? I don't like the way that looks. Okay, good, good, good. She's going to suffer a little bit on vitality, but right now that is... Everybody good? Are you going to fight, Bosch? Oh, this guy's actually kind of a pushover. Oh... Did he just hit phase 2? Oh. No, he just did a big attack. There we go. Didn't even have to think about that one. Didn't need to use our mist abilities. Certainly didn't have to use a summon. I still need to equip him, by the way. I haven't given him to anybody yet. I was thinking about giving him to Bosch. Because he's kind of knightly and, well, Bosch is a knight. At the same time, I kind of feel like I should give it to Ash. Because it's kind of part of her legacy as the... owner? Inheritor of the Dawn Shard. Ooh, a Sage's Ring? That sounds awesome. Look at that. Now we got our map, which I'm pretty sure we already completed. Bam! The Colossus has undergone some changes. Well, that's good. I hope. I mean, for all I know, that could be really bad for us. Maybe it's alive. How messed up would that be if we then had to fight the giant Colossus? That's not an oxymoron. That's a major redundancy. But, okay. Alright. Now that we've opened up that path, how do we get there again? Teleporter, got it. To the Waystone! But first, bats. Always bats. You think eventually we would just exterminate all the bats? Simply... I'm not just talking in an area. I mean, like, all the bats. With how many of them we kill? I guess not, though. I guess there's a lot of bats in this world. Like... a few billion? Hey, look at that. Hey there. Yeah, I'm gonna do... I don't like you. You cast Doom on one of my team members. Alright. Well, oh shit. Penelope, we're sorry. We didn't know. Alright, now, to get Bosch to a save point, so that we can get rid of that whole mess that's going on with him. That was way closer than I wanted it to be. But we made some progress, we killed a boss and a pretty big monster. And we have a whole F-ton of license points, holy crap. Okay. Well, where to begin? And what are you, magic? I mean, we don't really have a whole much. Does he have any magic right now? No, he doesn't, but that's fine. That'll all get sorted out later. Same thing with Balthier over here. No magic yet, but later. I think he'll make... I was actually thinking about this earlier today, what I'm going to move these people into. Pinello, I'm going to make a white mage. It just makes the most sense to move her over into white mage. Fran, I'll probably turn into a black mage. Balthier, I was thinking a time mage. Yeah, we'll just give Belias to Balthier. Just easier that way. Then no one else has to worry about it. Everyone else can just skip past that square. Okay. Well, like Ash and Vaughn. I don't really know. I don't know what I want to do with them. Ooh. Black Magic 6, eh? Hmm. Alright, is that it for leveling? It is. Time to push forward and see what ho. Oh, hey, look, there's no more enemies here. Isn't that nice? Isn't that just a happy side effect? Nope, still wearing the Dawn Shard, just gonna keep moving forward. Although it also gets rid of his mist abilities, which kind of sucks. Hey there, Shiva. Or Shiva substitute. Oh, we are so totally screwed, aren't we? Yep. We are going to go ahead and use some mist on her because she's got a lot of ads.
Here goes.
And those ads are going to make things far more difficult than they need to be otherwise. It allowed me to charge Bosch with mist, but he can't have mist, so it just immediately kicked him out.
I got it.
Ooh, Resplendence.
We can win this.
Well, we got a few. It's not a huge amount. Hopefully it's enough. That was really pretty. We didn't even break Inferno? Really? Alright. If you say so, game. No. Yes, keep fighting her. Go ahead. Use your big attack. If you kill us, there will be 3 more. Sap? Really? Penelo, just keep casting Kira. Oh, Franz down. So we should probably... Come on. Come on, Penelo. Just keep it coming. Crap! Again? Okay. Fortunately, doesn't do a whole lot of damage on hit. The biggest concern is what it does with sap. That was a little rougher than I would like it to be. But all things... God, I keep hitting the mic. Maybe we need to scoot over a little bit. In that case, we'll also move the camera over just a little bit. Obtained an Esper. Mateus the Corrupt. If I'm going to keep on hitting the mic when I gesticulate. Ooh, an elixir. I'm down for that. Let's just bring Pinello back. That'll just make everything so much easier. Just Fran? Alright. I'm gonna bring Fran back. Alright. Let's get this ancient door open. So where are we now? Oh, wrong way. Yep, wrong way. Or is it? Yes, yes it is. Okay. Silly me. Doors to the correct way are for heroes who don't get lost. Rejuvenate, a trap that rejuvenates and gives you mana font. I'm assuming we were supposed to turn into zombies at some point then? Okay, continually no new treasure. I don't know how excited I am about that. I really like getting loot. Hey, the Dawn Shard's filling back up with mist. It seems. Or at least is reacting to this stuff. Okay. Interesting. Yet another very impractical sword that looks totally awesome. Oh, gonna have to
try it on the Dawn Shard. See if it can destroy Nethicite or not.
What?
He just may be onto something. The Dawn Shard's no use to us, after all.
Not entirely.
The stone bleeds mist.
It has been roused. It fears the sword.
Really? He's telling her not to do it? Come on, Rossler. She couldn't do it, huh?
The stone is quiet.
This is the sword, the Nethicite destroyer.
Should it find its mark?
What a dick.
Vaughn! Tell me, did you see him again?
I didn't. Not a thing. Not even my brother. Not anything.
Interesting. What could be the importance? Alright, well, now it's time to get the heck out of here. So, we got the Sword of Kings, we got the Dawn Shard. What other relics of ancient history can we get to prove that she really is from the line of King Wraithwall and deserves to be the true ruler of the world? Because that's clearly the end goal, right? Is to establish Lady Ashe as the ruler, the rightful ruler of this world. What else could it be? I can't see any other option than that. Hey, guess what, Bosch? Nope, not that. You don't need to wear the Dawn Shard anymore. Lucky you. But what do we want? Libra, slightly raise max HP. Automatically counter with weapon in hand. That sounds like his style. Come on. Really? She missed that on purpose. How could someone, yeah, who's that good of a shot she hit a moving target with an arrow from like 50 yards away. We've begun to worry about your long absence. Return at all haste to Mount Broomy Sace. We, of course, must remain here. Of course. What now? Well, Christ. Alright, at this point, someone's informing on us. There's no way they're not at this point. Unless they're just happen to be flying over us, headed towards Broomy Sace to pick up, what, Larsa? That doesn't look good. None of that looks good.
Debts grow legion.
There.
Smoke.
What could it mean?
The Broomy Sace was just sacked? What do you think it means? Don't have that many teleport stones yet. So, we're running to Broomy Sace. Okay. Just kind of checking on our route a little bit. You guys should really, like, get a pump or maybe dig a waterway or something. All this rainwater. Maybe it's snow water? It's really going to put some water damage on there, and then the resale value is just going to tank. It's going to be bad. Ooh. Hey there, Mr. Yeti. And then Mr. Smellington. Thank you. If you're wondering where I get these weird names for things like Smellington and Zombor, that is all from Loading Ready Run. That's where I get them. I love those guys. That's where I get all my weird sayings for pretty much everything. But that's kind of what happens when you watch the same comedy group for like 10 years. Ooh. Getting more level ups. Come on. And we got some sort of achievement. But since I'm playing in windowed mode, to make it easier to access all these other things that I have up, no idea what achievement we just earned. Maybe Ash I'll send to Red Mage. And Vaughn I'll send to some other class. Come on. Come on, Bosch. Just... God, you're miserable at this, aren't you? Come on, guys. They're just really big birds. Oh, I forgot about Vaughn. Sorry, Vaughn, you're out of the party. We'll bring back Lady Ash. We need someone who's gonna fight and not just try and steal from the enemy. Now, that being said, I do like stealing occasionally, but I need to see if there's maybe a targeting enemy gambit that is like first attack or first action blank, so that his first action on a particular enemy can be to steal, but then everything else will be attack as normal. And I want to say there is. I recall there at least being something similar enough to that to obviously get confused by it. Because I want to say there is a way to set it up so that your allies will or can do the things that they are good at doing, which in Vaughn's case, at least for now, is stealing. He's a thief. In fact, he's a gutter snipe. Actually, at this point, he might be a cut purse. Like, he's a pretty good thief, actually. At this point in his career, at least. And it's too bad there's no, like, charisma-esque stat or ability, because I would dump everything of Balthier's into that. Because that's about what Balthier has. He has enough charisma to convince people to go along with his crazy ideas, and he's not a total dick. Just mostly. Okay. Are you just gonna... And we want... That will go down here. We'll kill these pups. Put down these doggos. And then... circle back around up here and leave via this path. There we go. Right? Right. Good job. Good job, me. Pat on the old back. Now to witness ruin of a holy site full of refugees. Yay! Thought the Imperial's gone. Yet just a moment ago I heard screams from the temple. Are you sure you're quite prepared? No. Not at all, in fact. Please sell me all of your stuffs. I need all of it. Why is it that the best trash item that I found so far is still the bent staff from the giant birds on the Yensa Sansi? On the Nam-Yensa. Those were worth over 1,000 apiece. I want to say they were a little bit rarer than most, but still. Yeah, now we've got some money, right? Ranger's crossbow? Sure. Magic shards. Alright. Immune to petrify, that would have been nice. Immune to confuse, that would have been very nice. Immune to sleep. Increase magic power. Soul Eater, sure, we'll pick up that. That sounds awesome. Alright, so we're back to where we should be in terms of, well... Okay, well, can we afford any of this? Well, we don't need that. We need a Masamune. An Ice Brand. Nope. 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 A pirate hat? Aw, oh, come on! Come on, game. I guess we'll pick up a feathered cap. No. Because I have to have one of everything. Because I'm OCD like that. Only in that way, really. Like, my inventory must be complete in Final Fantasy in JRPGs. I'm not gonna lie, it's not only in Final Fantasy games, but pretty much just JRPGs. Well, this doesn't look good. Those judges. I thought they were protectors of the law, but they're only cruel brutes bullying the weak. Yeah, pretty much. There are still Imperials up at the temple. I'd stay clear of that place if I were you. Well, I've been separated from my family. Gods, I hope they're okay. Mama was standing with the Kiltius, and then the man in armor knocked her down. She can't get up. The pain. Mama. I don't think she just got knocked down. I'm pretty sure she got bludgeoned. Yeah, as if they didn't receive enough poor treatment from the judges during the war, they fled to a holy site that was taking in refugees, and then the judges come raining hell upon them. The Arcadians, a judge, leading armed men, those who went to stop them, slain every one. You and the Lady Ash, quickly, we must leave. The temple, they're still... Too bad, my man. We began speaking with Arcadian forces that arrived. When the judge, he suddenly drew his blade. That they wounded profane the holy mount. That they would profane the holy mountain of the Kiltius. So, has Arcadia no fear of the gods? No, clearly not. Look at this. Just when I began to grow close to them, they started killing each other. It's as I feared. Human behavior is savage and ugly. Yes. Yes, it is. Well, so let's see what horrible atrocities are going on inside the temple. That seems like the best place to be profane and destructive. All right, Mr. Judge.
Our vagrant princess. Swift has your lust for revenge led you to the Sword of Kings. You will surrender it to me. Too late, and to their sorrow do those who misplace their trust in gods learn their fate.
There it is again.
Something is corrupting these
Fran,
entities.
I don't like the look of that.
This mist. He holds a stone. It controls him as it did Miern.
No, the power of manufactured nethicite is the power of man. A weapon forged by his wisdom who would challenge the gods themselves. A fitting blade for a true dynast king. Wraithwall did but pretend the title.
Really?
Begging nethicite scraps from his master's table. Hark! Evilise hails her true dynast king, Vain Solidor. He shall defy the will of the gods and see the reins of history back in the hands of man. His time is nigh!
Wow.
The new Evilise holds no place for the name Dalmasca. The stain of Wraithwall's blood shall be washed clean from history's weave.
You are an awesome villain. Hey guys, guess what we're gonna do? Actually, hey Bosch, could you take care of a thing for me? Our first summon. How's this gonna go? Hey, Judge Bergen. I'd like you to meet a good friend of mine. He has a lot of HP, and he is willing to murder the hell out of you. Although he's about to die, so... But he did a fair amount of damage. Actually, did he? That is a big hit, sir. I don't like the look of it. So I Instead, I'm going to hit you with my own super awesome power. Hope you like it. I personally am a very big fan, so by my sharing it with you, I hope you'll really enjoy the experience. It's my raw, unadulterated power for destruction.
I must endure.
Alright, so at least we're going to get to Inferno, which will hopefully be enough to ruin all these other judges as well. And we're going to get to hear Amy Lee sing some awesome song from the early 2000s. So, I mean, how much better could it be?
No holding back.
I kind of wish they had made some sort of reference to Evanescence when you use that ability. Like, some voice lines just for that.
We can win this.
I'm sure we can, Penelo, because you are ruining face right now. I like the fact that this ability is essentially she summons a snow globe and then decides to destroy reality because the snow is too wonderful.
No holding back.
I really don't know what the hell's going on with it, but it looks awesome. Most of the abilities are abstract, but awesome. Whew. We're gonna get this guy good. I mean, he was already mostly dead, but now he's straight effed. 9? I'll take 9. Especially since 2 were level 3s and the rest were level 2s. Worth. That was worth. Alright. Time to hit him with the Kingslayer. Or with the King's Sword. Time. Can't open him. Can't open him with the King's Blade. So what is Balthier looking for?
He set his very bones about with manufactured nethicite. The Grand Kiltius?
Gotcha. He was just checking him out.
Wait, what about Larsa?
Gone, spirited away by Judge Brandt.
You okay?
Does he look okay? I mean, he always looks good. But does he look okay?
As for our young lordling, he went along to avoid trouble, you see, but Judge Bergen had other ideas. He flew into a rage, and I was left to fend for myself. Please, Princess, you must permit me to take you back with me to Rosaria.
So that you can protect me?
I would lay down my life, at a single word to be sure, but I harbor no mundane delusions of valiant grandeur. Vayne has our war pavilion jumping at shadows. They favor a preemptive strike, but you will convince them otherwise. You will see that they
Will
did
she?
not start this war.
This I cannot do. Forgive me, but my errand here is not yet done.
Damn straight.
I must wield the Sword of Kings, and with it bring an end to the Dusk Shard.
This stone, do you even know what it is?
I can venture a guess. The Draclaw Laboratory in Arcades. The Empire's weapons research begins and ends there. How soon do we leave?
At once.
Hey, look, the leading pair.
As for matters in Rosaria, I bid you luck.
Not a couple. In fact, for the most part,
So you
they
would leave
really
each to
can't stand
fend
each
for his
other.
own. Let us hope that you are not disappointed.
I mean, they get along.
That's right. Larsa left a message. The differences between our two lands will fade before the shared dream of men.
Larsa, you are far too wise beyond your years.
My leave, I take.
But no, Balthier and Ash don't really get along. That's not true. They get along just fine, but they don't really like each other. They have two very... She thinks too highly of herself, and Balthier thinks too highly of himself.
How do you propose we reach Arcades?
In the Stroll, of course.
Arcadia's borders will be well guarded for fear of Rosarian invasion. We dare not approach by air.
And their navy will see that the coast is watched as well. No, we go afoot. We'll cross into Arcadia in the Salika Wood. We can reach the wood any number of ways, but the easiest is to head north from Nalbina.
Yep.
There is a hunter's camp just beyond the Salika Wood. The camp sits within Arcadia's borders, so Imperial patrols there should be sparse.
Getting that far should be half the fun. Let's be sure we go prepared.
Yes. Yes, let's. Any massive infusion of funds coming our way by chance? No? Okay. Well, we could do some hunts. Maybe. Alright, well the refugees are trying to pull themselves back together. It's gonna be pretty rough for them, to be perfectly honest. So here's the question. Do we teleport back to... Nope, not there. So we would want to go to the Gulmore Jungle, because the Feywood is still a bit much for us. Or do we want to take a teleport stone straight to Ravenaster? Let's see if we have any hunts to turn in. Ooh, we got a new thing in the Sky Pirates Den. So what is this for? Okay. Casting 200 spells. Selling 1,000 pieces of loot. Killing 500 enemies. Acquiring a total of 100,000 gil. Completing a 50 chain in battle. Yeah, we did that, no problem. Yeah, a whole hell of a lot of steps. For using a technique over 100 times. Okay. Hunts. Any hunts? What are we working on? For a Wyvern Lord. Shariel, the Weaponsmith, and Ravenaster. So we still have the one in Giza Plains that we're working on. And we have not taken down the Toidle in Brujerba. But we also have no money. And not much in the way of LP. So we are going to make our way on foot so we can gain as much loot, LP, and XP as possible for our future journey. And that's pretty much all we're going to be doing for the rest of this, is trying to make our way back to Rabanastre the long way. So won't that be fun? Actually, it may very well be. Depends on what all we run into. Hey there, wild onions. Totally don't mean to do this to you, but I need all the LP I can get, so sorry. Ooh, and succulent fruit? Should not have given me more incentive to kill neutral enemies. Some doggos. Time to put her down. Alright. I wish Magicite was worth a lot more. It really should be. It is effectively just like raw magical power. You think it would be worth a lot more. Alright, so this little bit doesn't matter. I need to put together a kill switch so that if I feel like I'm gonna sneeze or cough or anything like that, I can just smash a giant red button that cuts the mic off. Cloying breath. Haha. Yes, give us all of your XPs and your LPs too. Give me all your EPs and XPs. Heck yeah. I'll take all the vinyl. Even though I know they transitioned those terms when they got rid of vinyl and went to CDs. Come on, guys. Kill the Marlboro. It's not that hard. There we go. Got rid of some Marlboros, got rid of some demons. Just made the world a better place, you know? That's what we're really here for. Also, to collect all of the loot. Well, I mean, there's nothing in the top right either. Or the top left. At least not for this game. When we move to some other games... Actually, it's here. Next up is the Diablo. After we finish Final Fantasy, Diablo is next up. So we'll probably keep it up there as... I don't know, I might go cam... Just take the cam off for Diablo. Because there's just a lot on the screen for Diablo series. Civilization. I don't know. With each franchise, it's going to be very interesting to figure out what is the optimal position. Because I want to say, for earlier games, even with Final Fantasy, I had my camera in the top right. Yeah, because enemies would be where the map where the map was, because enemies would be where my face is currently. So, you know, it moves around. It doesn't just stick in one spot. If I had a green screen, which is something that I'm looking at, then it wouldn't matter so much. So we don't want to go to the Erite village. Hey, look at this guy right here. Completely neutral, not a care in the world. Except we need some quality lumber. Because apparently, nobody has that. The only place to get it is Ents. Which kind of sucks. Like, having to kill Ents for good pieces of wood for whatever, bows and arrows and spears. Although, like, the spear that Ash is wielding right now looks like it's more metal. A metal shaft. You know, we may be strong enough. I can't remember what the name of the area is, but it expands through a significant portion of the zones. I mean, it goes from the Sand Sea all the way to the Osman Plains. We may actually finally be strong enough to try going through there. Maybe. We shall see. Also... Okay. And I don't think it's the dry season yet, which is a shame. It'd be really nice if it could be the dry season. That way we could do our hunt. Because I think we're only one away from our next rank. Come on. Yeah. These guys are nothing now. Which is a good thing. We needed a bit of a break from these guys being like kind of the peak of the enemies that we could really handle. Although I'm not sure why I'm even slightly surprised. Like, we wrecked a boss. I mean, not like the highest end boss, but still, we wrecked a boss without really much consideration for anything. Like, I didn't even consider summoning it, or summoning against it, or using a mist ability. Ooh, got some quality hide. Alright. What's that? I'm assuming the warp mode is going to be in some way related to gravity abilities, gravity magic. Alright, guys. Don't step in the painfully obvious trap. Pinello. You stepped in the trap, didn't you? Some people, you know? Give them explicit orders, and they can't even follow them. Hey there, bunnies. Bye, bunnies. It's a shame what happened to those rabbits. They just got butchered for seemingly no reason. And no one will ever know what happened to them. Ooh. Tried to get a little ambushy on me, eh? Nice try, but not even close. Alright, so now we'll see what the Giza Plains are like. Still rainy season? Yep. Alright. Hey, Mr. Woolly Gator. Well, clearly I recall things differently, because for some reason I recall like being able to get up on some of those raised logs. So little gil. Is that really how you can repay me, game? With piddlesome amounts of money? Because if you say yes, I mean, I'll take it. I don't have anything else going on, so... monetarily, anyway. Ooh. Ooh, this guy's angry. There we go. Oh, come on. If the 100 was nothing, what am I going to do with 32? Watch. Later on, I guarantee it, there's going to be a moment where I'm going to be like 31 gil short of something. And then someone's going to bring up the 32 gil that I scoffed at. Getting a little cold in here. Which means it's below freezing outside. Or, no, probably not. But probably damn near it. Okay. Mr. Hunter from another culture, you just keep on pissing off the enemies and walking away. That's not cool, bro. Not cool. Alright. Hey there, Mr. Elemental. As long as we're away from the Elemental, We'll be fine. Everything will be okay. Okay, time to run away again, because the elemental is back. And that is one of the few fortunate things about those elementals, is that typically they don't move very quickly. But they usually have a pretty big area of effect. Thank you. Especially for the high potion. Heck yeah. Okay, well, they're all gone. Except for this guy who we helped out. But we're almost there. We're almost back to Rabanastre. Our home sweet home. Full of people we don't like. Ooh, man. That wolf did no damage. That's good to know. That we could literally stand here and, with the exception of criticals or special abilities, take no damage from these guys. Oh, I really like that. Alright, now that we're back in Rabanastre, okay, let us go to the Muthru Bazaar. We'll sell a bunch of stuff, maybe buy some stuff. Who knows? It all depends on how much money we have after dumping everything. I was about to say I wish there was a dump, like, sell all feature for any category, but then I would accidentally sell my teleport stones and my Geshel grains, and we don't want to do that. Although this is kind of laborious. Actually, no, that's not even the right word. It's not laborious, it's tedious. There's no, like, real labor going on here. It's just kind of annoying. Ooh, new Bazaar goods. Look at that. Heavy pieces of armor polished to a mirror finish and suffused with strong magics, affording additional protection beyond the physical. Okay. I mean, nothing huge, but do you have anything new for me? No. Alright, well, we don't really have any money, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go to this little crystal and save, and we're gonna call it a night. And the reason we're gonna call it a night is because we're only 10 minutes away, and I've had to pee really bad for the last half an hour. So, I want to thank everybody for coming by and hanging out with me. I especially want to thank Day Zero, Wicked, and Kassan for participating in chat. Thank you guys very much. Remember, we are so very close to that goal of 50 followers. And once we reach it, we're going to have that bonus stream and giveaway that I keep talking about. Also, please, if you are looking at purchasing any games, remember to use my affiliate link and go check out the Humble site. You might find something in the store, in a bundle, or maybe even something on the Humble Monthly that you're interested in. And by using that affiliate link, not only are you going to get yourself that awesome game that you want, you're going to help support charities, and you're going to help support the channel. All the proceeds of which go to improving all of this. The next step and the improvement, though, is our lighting. So right now, those proceeds are going to go towards improving our lighting, which may be in new lamps, may be just light boards. I'm going to figure out what will work best for our situation and move on from there. Anyway, I want to thank you guys very much. Hope you have a wonderful night, and I hope you'll join me again tomorrow, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time, where we will continue with Final Fantasy 12 and see what Lady Ash wants to do from here. Once we get to Arcadia, things will be interesting.